Welcome to From QA Challenges to Innovation with Prize, where quality challenges spark innovation. Today, we're embarking on an exploration of the transformation from reactive to proactive quality assurance in organizations. We'll delve into the evolution from costly, inefficient firefighting QA cultures to forward-thinking quality management strategies that focus on addressing root causes rather than quick fixes. Our discussion will highlight the importance of leadership commitment, structured problem-solving methodologies, and cultural shifts towards employee empowerment and cross-functional collaboration. We'll uncover how companies like Boeing and Microsoft have successfully transitioned to proactive quality management by leveraging advanced analytics and technology, such as IoT sensors and cloud-based systems, to predict and prevent quality issues. In just a moment, our two co-hosts, Debra and Boris, the AI-powered panelists, will join us to deliver well-balanced, respectful insights. They'll weave together structured thinking and forward-looking strategies to illustrate how employee engagement and shared quality ownership across all levels are crucial for sustaining quality transformations. Additionally, they'll discuss the transformation of supplier relationships into collaborative partnerships focused on early quality planning and shared improvement efforts. So, without further ado, let's dive into this insightful dialogue and discover how these proactive approaches can revolutionize your organization's quality assurance practices. Here we go.
Today, we're going to explore the transformation from reactive to proactive quality assurance practices in organizations. Many companies find themselves trapped in a cycle of firefighting, constantly reacting to quality issues rather than preventing them. I'm Debra Johnson, and joining me today is Dr. Thinkman, quality management expert from Priz Guru, who specializes in innovative problem-solving approaches for quality improvement. Dr. Thinkman has helped numerous aerospace, manufacturing, and technology companies shift from crisis-driven quality cultures to forward-thinking ones that anticipate and prevent issues before they occur.
Thank you for that kind introduction, Debra. I'm delighted to be here discussing such a critical topic. In my experience working with organizations across industries, I've seen firsthand how transformative the shift from reactive to proactive quality can be, not just for product quality, but for operational efficiency, employee satisfaction, and ultimately, the bottom line. I'm looking forward to our conversation today. Please go ahead with your first question.
Let's start with the fundamentals. What exactly characterizes a firefighting QA culture, and why is it so problematic for organizations?
A firefighting QA culture operates in perpetual crisis mode. Teams constantly chase defects and apply quick fixes to symptoms rather than addressing root causes. It's identifiable when the same quality problems recur month after month, with teams developing workarounds instead of permanent solutions. In this environment, quality professionals become celebrated heroes for solving emergencies, while underlying issues remain unresolved. This approach is incredibly costly. Studies show the cost of poor quality can reach 20% of total revenues for companies stuck in reactive mode. Teams experience burnout from constant crisis management. Yet paradoxically, those who fix problems receive recognition, creating perverse incentives. Most critically, this approach leads to major quality failures and competitive stagnation as organizations fall behind forward-thinking competitors who invest in prevention rather than firefighting.
Those costs are certainly significant. What are the key steps organizations should take to begin shifting from this reactive approach toward a more proactive, root-cause-oriented quality culture?
The transformation must begin with genuine leadership commitment. Top management needs to prioritize quality improvement as an ongoing strategic goal, allocating dedicated time and resources for root cause analysis and improvement projects. Leaders should examine data on poor quality's impact to build a compelling business case, showing how recurring defects lead to costly recalls or customer losses, provides motivation to invest in prevention. Organizations then need to implement structured problem-solving methodologies like the 5 Whys technique, fishbone diagrams, and frameworks such as 8D problem-solving or plan, do, check, act cycles. A corrective action should never be considered complete until the team has identified and addressed the true root cause. As teams see issues truly fixed rather than patched, they develop confidence in the process and take ownership of quality improvement.
You mentioned the importance of leadership commitment. How can executives effectively champion this cultural shift, especially when short-term pressures might push them back toward firefighting mode?
Effective executive sponsorship starts with modeling the behavior they want to see. When leaders consistently ask about root causes rather than just demanding quick fixes, it sends a powerful message. Implementing a quality review in executive meetings that focuses on systemic improvements and prevention efforts, and celebrating teams that address underlying causes, makes heroes of those who prevent fires rather than just those who fight them. Sustaining this focus requires linking quality objectives to business outcomes. Leaders must understand that quality is a profit driver, not a cost center. When executives can point to specific examples where proactive quality saved millions in warranty costs or secured a major contract, it's easier to maintain commitment. Successful transformations often institute rules that no quality problem should be solved more than once. If it recurs, a deeper investigation is triggered, forcing the organization to look beyond quick fixes.
That makes sense. Now let's talk about frontline workers. How can organizations empower employees at all levels to take ownership of quality rather than leaving it to a dedicated QA department?
Empowerment begins with competence. Frontline workers need the knowledge and tools to maintain quality standards and improve processes. This means investing in training programs that transform employees from routine task performers into skilled professionals who can identify potential issues. When workers understand why quality matters and how to maintain it, they take greater pride and ownership in their outputs. The strongest form of empowerment is giving frontline workers authority to halt production when they detect quality issues. Toyota's and-on-cord system exemplifies this, allowing any worker to stop the assembly line if they spot a defect. This practice communicates that quality outranks output, and employees are trusted as quality guardians. When management responds positively to someone flagging an issue, thanking them rather than shooting the messenger, it creates a safe environment for quality ownership to flourish at all levels.
That's fascinating. You mentioned Toyota's and-on-cord system. Are there other examples of companies that have successfully made this transition from firefighting to forward thinking?
In aerospace, Boeing transformed parts of its quality approach after encountering issues with the 787 Dreamliner program. They shifted to an integrated design for quality approach where cross-functional teams collaborate early in development to anticipate and prevent issues. Their implementation of design failure mode and effects analysis, DFMEA, allowed them to identify potential failure points before they became actual problems. In the tech sector, Microsoft made a remarkable transition in its software development practices. After struggling with quality issues in earlier Windows versions, they implemented automated testing, code quality metrics, and a quality gates process. This shift required significant cultural change. Engineers had to embrace quality as part of their job, rather than something that happened after development. The result was more stable products with fewer post-release patches and higher customer satisfaction.
These real-world examples are helpful. I'm curious about the role of data in proactive quality. How are forward-thinking companies using analytics to anticipate and prevent quality issues?
Advanced analytics, sometimes called Quality 4.0, is transforming quality management by using data to predict issues before they occur. Sensors on manufacturing lines collect data on various parameters. Analytics can then identify when processes are drifting toward out-of-spec conditions before defects appear. Major electronics manufacturers using such predictive systems have seen defect rates drop by up to 45%, translating directly to cost savings and improved customer satisfaction. Even basic trend monitoring yields proactive insights. Regular analysis of quality metrics helps teams spot gradual shifts or recurring patterns in defects. Perhaps errors spiking at quarter end, or a certain failure type increasing month over month. The goal is to move from reactive metrics, counting defects after production, to proactive ones, like process capability indices that predict defects. When these metrics are widely shared across departments, it fosters a data-driven culture where decisions are based on evidence rather than crisis response.
That's fascinating how data can drive prevention. Let's shift to cross-functional collaboration. How important is breaking down silos between departments in creating a forward-thinking quality culture?
Breaking down silos is essential, perhaps one of the most critical factors in transitioning to proactive quality. In siloed organizations, quality becomes a game of hot potato, where problems pass between departments without holistic ownership. By contrast, cross-functional collaboration ensures quality is built into every handoff in the value chain. When design engineers regularly collaborate with manufacturing and quality teams during development, they proactively address manufacturability issues before designs are finalized. Practical collaboration mechanisms include design reviews, where people outside the design team objectively probe for potential issues, quality circles that bring together employees from different functions, and lessons learned databases that make past solutions accessible organization-wide. Companies that implement regular cross-functional quality risk reviews, where teams from design, manufacturing, supply chain, and quality assess potential failure modes together, show remarkable results. When knowledge flows freely across traditional boundaries, the organization gains many perspectives on quality, identifying risks that might be invisible to any single department.
You've mentioned several quality pioneers like Deming and Duran. How do their classic quality principles apply to today's manufacturing and technology environments?
The wisdom of quality pioneers remains remarkably relevant despite technological advances. Deming's assertion that inspection to improve quality is too late, ineffective, costly, perfectly captures the essence of proactive quality. Quality must be designed and built in from the start, not bolted on at the end. This principle is evident in modern software development, where shifting left quality practices into earlier development stages proves far more effective than end-stage testing. Duran's concept of quality by design and his Duran trilogy provides an excellent framework for proactive quality management. His insight that quality must be meticulously planned rather than happening by accident is what separates forward-thinking organizations from reactive ones. Similarly, Philip Crosby's assertion that quality is free because prevention costs far less than failure has been repeatedly validated by modern data. These principles transcend technological changes. Whether manufacturing physical products or developing software, building quality in from the beginning through systematic planning and prevention remains vastly more effective than trying to inspect quality in later.
That's a great perspective on enduring principles. Now let's talk about ROI. How can quality leaders build a compelling business case for investing in proactive quality?
The business case starts with quantifying the true cost of poor quality, COPQ, which extends beyond visible costs like scrap and rework. In organizations stuck in reactive mode, COPQ typically runs 15 to 20% of sales. For a 100-meter company, that's 15-20 milliliters annually wasted. This hidden quality tax creates urgency around improvement. The case strengthens when you demonstrate the exponential cost escalation of fixing issues at different stages. The 1 to 10 100 rule states that if a problem costs $1 to fix in design, it costs $10 in production and $100 in the field. Proactive quality directly improves operational performance in ways that benefit the bottom line. With stable processes, organizations see higher productivity, faster cycle times, and better on-time delivery. One survey found that good quality practices added an average of $156 million to organizational revenue through enhanced performance and customer satisfaction. Quality leaders should also highlight competitive advantages, the ability to charge premium prices, win contracts, requiring quality certifications, and avoid the catastrophic costs of major quality failures. By presenting quality improvement as a strategic investment rather than a cost center, quality professionals can secure resources for sustainable transformation.
Those financial benefits are compelling. Let's dig into implementation. What are some practical first steps for an organization looking to begin this transformation away from firefighting?
The journey begins with an honest assessment of the current state, measuring the true cost of quality issues and identifying patterns of recurring problems. Organizations should track not just defect rates but also time spent on rework, customer complaints, and instances where the same issue reappears multiple times. A particularly effective approach is conducting a chronic issue analysis to identify problems that have persisted despite multiple fix attempts. With this understanding, start small but significant. Select one or two chronic quality issues and apply structured root cause analysis and permanent corrective action. This creates lighthouse projects that demonstrate the value of the new approach. Simultaneously, begin building quality management system infrastructure. Implementing processes for root cause analysis, corrective and preventive action, and knowledge sharing. Provide training and problem-solving methods while ensuring leaders understand their role in championing the new approach. Cultural transformation takes time. Expect 12-24 months for significant change. The key is maintaining consistent focus and celebrating early wins while laying groundwork for long-term improvement.
That's helpful advice for getting started. You've also mentioned structured problem-solving tools like PRIZ. Can you explain how these tools support the transition to a more proactive quality culture?
Structured problem-solving tools act as catalysts for cultural change by providing a concrete how to complement the why of proactive quality. Traditional problem-solving often relies on intuition or brainstorming, leading to superficial solutions that address symptoms rather than root causes. In contrast, platforms like PRIZ guide teams through a systematic process, from comprehensive root cause analysis through creative solution generation to objective evaluation of alternatives. These tools democratize advanced problem-solving techniques, making what once required specialized expertise accessible to all employees through guided workflows and knowledge repositories. As teams document their analyses and solutions in the system, the organization builds a valuable knowledge base that prevents reinventing the wheel when similar issues arise. This combination of structured methodology and knowledge capture accelerates the journey from reactive to proactive quality by making best practices repeatable and insights shareable across the organization.
That's fascinating. Speaking of tools, how is technology in general changing the quality landscape? Are there particular innovations that support proactive quality management?
Technology is revolutionizing quality management in ways that make proactive approaches more accessible and effective. IoT sensors and connected devices enable continuous monitoring of product performance, collecting real-time data that reveals patterns and anomalies before they become failures. Aerospace engine manufacturers now track thousands of parameters during flight, using algorithms to detect subtle deviations that predict maintenance needs before component failure. This shift from periodic inspection to continuous monitoring represents a fundamental advancement in proactive quality. The integration of quality management systems with other enterprise systems creates unprecedented visibility and collaboration opportunities. Modern QMS platforms connect design data, supplier information, production metrics, and customer feedback in a single ecosystem, breaking down data silos. Cloud-based quality tools enable real-time collaboration across global operations, while machine learning can analyze massive datasets to identify non-obvious correlations and predict issues that human analysts might miss. These technological advancements don't replace fundamental quality principles, but they dramatically enhance our ability to implement those principles at scale and with greater precision.
These technological advances are impressive. How does employee engagement factor into this transformation? What cultural aspects need to change beyond processes and tools?
Employee engagement is the beating heart of any successful quality transformation. The most sophisticated processes and cutting-edge tools will fail without genuine buy-in from the people who must use them daily. This engagement starts with giving employees a compelling why, helping them understand how quality impacts customers, the business, and ultimately their own work lives. When people see that quality issues create rework and stress that comes back to haunt them, they develop intrinsic motivation to get things right. Beyond motivation, cultural transformation requires shifting fundamental mindsets about quality ownership. In reactive cultures, quality is often viewed as the quality department's responsibility. In proactive cultures, quality belongs to everyone. This shift happens when leadership consistently reinforces that preventing quality issues is part of everyone's job, when people at all levels are recognized for proactive quality contributions, and when quality metrics influence everyone's performance evaluations. Successful organizations cultivate what I call a quality conscience, where employees feel personally uncomfortable letting quality issues proceed, not because of external rules, but because of internalized standards.
That cultural dimension is indeed powerful. Let's talk about sustaining momentum. Once an organization starts this journey, how can they ensure the transformation continues rather than reverting to old firefighting habits?
Sustaining momentum requires embedding the new approach into organizational systems and routines. An essential strategy is integrating quality metrics into regular business reviews at all levels, from daily team huddles to quarterly executive meetings. When quality improvement progress is consistently visible alongside production and financial results, it maintains focus and prevents backsliding. These metrics should evolve from lagging indicators, defects found, to leading indicators that measure prevention activities. Another crucial factor is building quality improvement into career paths and recognition systems. Organizations that sustain transformation make quality contributions a consideration in promotion decisions and create programs that celebrate prevention heroes. They invest in continuous capability building and preserve time for improvement activities even during busy periods. When leadership protects this time, refusing to cancel improvement meetings during crunch periods, it signals that proactive quality is not optional, but essential. By making the new approach integral to how the organization operates and recognizes success, forward-thinking quality becomes the new normal rather than a temporary initiative.
That's excellent advice on sustainability. How does the supplier relationship change in a proactive quality culture? How should organizations engage their supply chain in this transformation?
In a proactive quality culture, the supplier relationship evolves from transactional oversight to collaborative partnership. Rather than relying on incoming inspection to catch supplier defects, essentially outsourcing your firefighting works. Forward. Thinking organizations engage suppliers early in quality planning. This involves sharing detailed expectations before contracts are signed, jointly developing quality plans for new components, or collaborating on failure analysis to anticipate potential issues. The goal is to extend your quality ecosystem beyond your walls, to include suppliers as partners in prevention. This approach requires rethinking supplier selection and management. Instead of choosing primarily on price, proactive organizations evaluate suppliers on their quality systems and improvement capabilities. They invest in supplier development, providing training and technical assistance to help suppliers build their own proactive quality cultures. Regular performance reviews focus not just on defect rates but on systematic improvements. Creating supplier quality councils, where key suppliers meet to share best practices, yields tremendous results. By treating suppliers as extensions of your quality system, rather than external entities to be inspected, you multiply your prevention capabilities and create a more resilient supply chain.
That's a valuable perspective on supplier engagement. As we near the end of our conversation, what about small to medium enterprises with limited resources? How can they implement these principles without the budgets of larger organizations?
Small and medium enterprises actually have advantages in this transformation. Their size allows for faster decision-making without the inertia of large organizations. The key is focusing on high-impact activities, rather than implementing everything at once. For SMEs, I recommend beginning with structured problem-solving for chronic issues. Even basic root cause analysis methods like the 5 Whys cost nothing but can dramatically improve issue resolution. Similarly, engaging frontline workers through daily quality huddles, simple visual management boards, and recognition programs can be implemented at minimal cost. For resource-constrained organizations, strategic partnerships can multiply capabilities. Industry associations often provide quality improvement resources at reasonable costs. Universities may offer student projects where engineering students help implement improvements under faculty supervision. Some larger customers even provide supplier development resources. Cloud-based quality management systems with pay-as-you-go models provide sophisticated capabilities without large capital investments. The most important resource isn't money, but leadership commitment. When leaders consistently prioritize quality and allocate even a few hours weekly for improvement activities, they can create a proactive quality culture regardless of organization size.
That's encouraging for smaller organizations. As we wrap up, what final thoughts would you like to share with our audience about the journey from firefighting to forward thinking?
The transformation from reactive to proactive quality is ultimately about changing how we think about quality itself, from a necessary cost to a strategic advantage that drives profitability and growth. When organizations make this mental shift, they discover that quality isn't just about avoiding problems. It's about creating new possibilities. Products that work reliably build customer loyalty and brand reputation. Processes that produce right first-time results free up capacity for innovation. My encouragement to everyone listening is to start where you are, with what you have. You don't need perfect conditions or unlimited resources. Just take the first step away from firefighting toward prevention. Choose one chronic quality issue and apply structured root cause analysis to understand why it keeps happening. Implement a systemic fix and measure the results. Use that success to build momentum. Over time, these incremental changes accumulate into a transformed culture where quality issues are anticipated and prevented, where every employee feels empowered to contribute, and where the organization can focus on creating value rather than fixing problems. The journey may be challenging, but I've never met an organization that regretted making the transition.
Dr. Thinkman, thank you for these invaluable insights. You've given us a comprehensive roadmap for transforming quality cultures from reactive to proactive, along with practical strategies that organizations of all sizes can implement. I'm sure our audience will find tremendous value in applying these principles to their own quality journeys. Thank you for joining us today.
It's been my pleasure, Deborah. Thank you for facilitating such a thoughtful discussion on this critical topic. I hope your audience finds these ideas useful in their pursuit of quality excellence. The path from firefighting to forward thinking is one well worth taking, and I wish everyone success in their journey. That brings us to the end of today's discussion. We explored the shift from reactive to proactive quality assurance, highlighting the importance of leadership, structured problem-solving, employee engagement, and collaborative supplier partnerships in fostering a forward-thinking quality culture. If you found value in our conversation, please like, comment, and share. Stay tuned for more perspectives on From QA Challenges to Innovation with Pura Z.